Throughout history, some of the greatest minds have left us with powerful, thought-provoking, and even humorous final words before departing from this world. Their last expressions reflect a lifetime of wisdom, struggle, and profound contemplation. These are the famous last words of some of the most influential thinkers, artists, and philosophers who shaped human history. G.K. Chesterton, 1874–1936. The issue is now clear. It is between light and darkness, and everyone must choose his side. A man of faith and intellect, Chesterton's final words were a call to choose between good and evil, encapsulating the eternal battle of human nature. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452–1519. I have offended God and mankind because my work has not reached the quality it should have. Despite being one of history's greatest artists and polymaths, Da Vinci's last words reflected his relentless pursuit of perfection and his self-perceived shortcomings. Emily Dickinson, 1830–1886. I must go in, the fog is rising. A poet to the very end, Dickinson's final words capture the mystery of passing into the unknown, much like the delicate imagery in her poetry. Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685–1750. Don't cry for me, for I go where music is born. A beautiful farewell from one of the world's greatest composers, seeing death not as an end but as a transition into a realm where music exists in its purest form. Oscar Wilde, 1854–1900. My wallpaper and I are fighting a duel to the death. One or the other of us has to go. Wilde's wit never faded, even in his final moments. His humorous remark captures his sharp mind and refusal to face death without irony. Socrates, 469–399 BC. Crito, we owe a cock to Asclepius. Please, don't forget to pay the debt. Sentenced to death by poison, Socrates' last words referenced a sacrifice to the god of healing, perhaps suggesting death as a form of cure or release from earthly suffering. John Milton, 1608–1674. Death is the great key that opens the palace of eternity. The poet who wrote Paradise Lost viewed death as the gateway to an eternal realm beyond human comprehension. Marcus Aurelius, 121–180 AD. Go to the rising sun, for I am setting. Think more of death than of me. A fitting farewell from the Stoic emperor, embracing the natural cycle of life and urging others to focus on what lies ahead rather than on his passing. Thomas Aquinas, 1225–1274. I submit everything I have written to the correction of the Holy Roman Church. Aquinas, one of the most influential theologians in history, showed humility even in his last moments, acknowledging his work's limitations. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756–1791. The taste of death is upon my lips. I feel something that is not of this earth. Even in his final breath, Mozart was poetic, embracing the unknown with a sense of mystery and awe. Diogenes, 412–323 BC. How can the teeth of wild beasts hurt me without consciousness? The cynic philosopher viewed death with indifference, expressing that the body is merely an empty vessel once consciousness is gone. Virgil, 70–19 BC. Death twitches my ear. Live, he says. I am coming. A haunting yet poetic reminder that death is always near, urging us to live fully. Isaac Newton, 1643–1727. I don't know what I may seem to the world. But as to myself, I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. A man of immense intellect, Newton's final thoughts reflected humility, acknowledging that despite his discoveries, there was still so much left unknown. Immanuel Kant, 1724–1804. I have not yet lost my feeling for humanity. A touching farewell from the great philosopher, who believed in the power of human reason and morality. Alexander the Great, 356–323 BC. To the strongest. When asked who should inherit his empire, Alexander's cryptic response led to centuries of conflict and debate. Archimedes, 287–212 BC. Do not disturb my circles. Reportedly his last words before being killed by a Roman soldier while drawing mathematical diagrams, showing his unwavering dedication to knowledge. Leo Tolstoy, 1828–1910. But the peasants, how do the peasants die? The great writer, who spent his life exploring themes of social justice, questioned the nature of life and death until the very end. Pericles, 495–429 BC. For no Athenian, through my means, ever wore mourning. His greatest achievement, according to him, was leading without causing sorrow for his people. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, 1749–1832. Do open the shutter in the bedroom, in order that more light may enter. His final words reflected his lifelong pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. Pierre-Simon Laplace, 1749–1827. What we know is little, and what we are ignorant of is immense. Even at the end of his life, the great mathematician and astronomer recognized the vastness of the unknown. The final words of these great thinkers remind us of the brevity of life, the pursuit of knowledge, and the importance of wisdom, humor, and humility in facing the unknown. They left behind legacies that continue to inspire generations. Perhaps one day, our own last words will carry meaning that echoes through time. What are your thoughts on these famous last words? Which one resonates with you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights.